Part 2. Oh yeah, did you notice in Genesis 3 and 18, after the specific Adam's fall, he was relegated to eating the herb of the field and not every herb of the earth, like in chapter 1's mankind? 9. Mankind was given dominion over the wild animals, plants, and fish, which had no names. The specific Adam was a farmer that named all of his domestic livestock. 10. In chapter 1, we see that the beast of the earth was created. But in chapter 2, we see that the beast of the field was formed. Summary question so far. Why would Yah make a man and tell him to subdue the whole earth, eat of every seed-bearing tree he could find, and replenish the earth, and then turn right around and put that same man into a garden to tend and protect it, give him restrictions on what to eat, and replenishing the earth is out of the question because he is guarding his garden? It doesn't make sense at all, unless chapter 2 of Genesis is a continuation of the story already started in chapter 1. How do we know? Because of the phrase, quote, "For Yah had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground." Example. This statement bridges and supports the continuation of the story. It tells of a condition of an already established world that had vegetation. We already discussed there wasn't a man with the breath of life yet to understand how to till and grow. I think everyone on earth will admit, history dictates the Aboriginal Europeans were cave dwellers and raw meat eaters for quite some time. They did not have the capacity to understand how to till and plant. That understanding / breath of life was given to the specific seed of man, just like the scriptures are attesting to. I ask you, where exactly is the beginning of the supposed second explanation? It can't be chapter 2 verse 4 like most of you like to believe. Why? Because the verse does not describe any part of the makings of the generations of the heavens and the earth, nor does it describe the creation of the animals. That part had already been discussed in chapter 1. Surely, if you're going to say, these are the generations of the heavens, you would follow it up with some type of details to let us know how it was done. Or he had just finished explaining it in detail. Genesis 4:14 through 17. Quote, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that fighteth me shall slay me. And Yah said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him." I'm going to keep going. "And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch." Example. I know this has to be one of the most commonly asked questions about the Bible, in which you were given every explanation known to mankind. Pun intended. So, you shouldn't feel angry about me giving you my 2 cents worth. First, let's talk about the problem areas of this group of verses. First, to be a fugitive means to run away from justice, punishment, an enemy, or fleeing arrest. To say that Cain was running away from Yah's punishment or judgment doesn't fit the situation, in that Cain was banished and forced to leave by Yah. Fugitive in this case has to mean he was running from someone's justice or punishment other than Yah. We know this is true because in the same sentence, right behind a semicolon, he tells us of his true fears. 2, quote, "Everyone that fighteth me shall slay me." Example, who was Cain worried about if there were only 3 people on the earth at the time? I know there are many sister theories out there that will have you assume things on the verge of blasphemy. But looking at the context of what Cain is saying, he didn't have a doubt that there were other people in the earth other than his kinfolk. Why would he be so informal and afraid of his peeps? That's short for people, and which in this case is a slang word for relatives. I'm just trying to show you guys that I'm still hip. 3, quote, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him 7-fold. And Yah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him shall kill him. Example. Okay, I can stretch it and say Cain may have been mistaken or thought the bedtime stories mom and dad told him about the people living under the stairs was somehow true. But was Yah also on Cain's delusion? Yah forbid. So I ask you, who was Yah talking about by saying, whosoever, taken on him, lest any finding him? This is a definite acknowledgement from Yah that there were other people other than Cain's immediate family. Why do I say this? Because Yah had to set a mark on Cain to distinguish him from the other mankind. Are we to think that his relatives did not know what he looked like? Let's take it further. I'm sure the legend of Cain would have preceded him no matter how much incest you guys think was going on at the time. They would still be his family, passing down stories just like the way it used to be. Heck, if it is true that it was Lamech that killed Cain in Genesis 4:23-24, family word of mouth was in full effect, seeing that even Lamech knew about Cain and his vengeance curse. Number 4, quote, and Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch, and they built the city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. Example. Okay, all you perverts out there, this should put to rest your cousins plus cousins make dozens, or the Cain's family tree goes straight up theories. How? Because this shows that there were enough people on earth as a whole at the time to find the need/desire to build a city. Surely he would not build a city for just 3 people, wife, kid, and himself, and a couple of homegirl cousins. Remember, Cain was in the wilderness in the east of Eden, banished from the folds of family by Yah. Where did his wife come from? If it was his sister, did he drag her along on the onset of his banishment? Or did he just so happen to find her wandering in the land of Nod, east of Eden? Was she a mail order bride? Any answer other than another mankind on earth made you assume like hell to achieve it. I am trying to form a theme in the beginning because it will be so very important into understanding the inevitable events in the end. Genesis 11:7. Quote, go to, let us go down, and there confound their language. Example. This is just one more example of Yah, along with the Elohim taking action. Notice he didn't say, let me go down there and do this. No, he said, let us go down and do our thing. He wanted help. Tell me again, gentle strangers, why is it so hard to fathom the thought of the angels creating mankind through the will of the Creator? And the Creator forming the specific atom. In fact, like I said much earlier in the book, if the angels have free will as we suspect, then it could be said they did not need Yah's permission to create a being. Now hold on now, before you go to picking up stones. Why do I say such things? Because feeble mankind has thrown their hats into the arena and the area of creativity, seeing that they have already found the key to creating a substance out of nothing. Now take that information and put it in a fact that mankind has the ability to mass produce humans and hybrids alike. Oh yeah, what about them? Does test tube babies or clone babies have a Yah-sanctioned spirit? I think not. We're going to cut it off there, ladies and gentlemen. If it's not clear to you yet, or if it's not clear to you by now, sorry for you. Because it's plain as day. But I may have been convoluted. I may have been not very sharp. There's definitely more information that I can go over. I just tried to cut it short because I really found out it's hard to read without trying to make a mistake. This is not very easy. And no, I'm not slow. No, I'm not slow. I didn't get on the yellow bus, on the short yellow bus. It's just that, well, I don't know. Hell, I don't care. But it is what it is. If you understand it, thank you. If you don't, and you need for me to clarify, say something about it. If you just don't understand and you don't give a damn, sorry for you. All right? Thank you for listening. And as always, look for the next video.